Okay, hi, the Munsons here with our final moment for now, at least. So thank you for being here this morning. Do let us know how you're doing in the chat. It's been an absolute pleasure to do this show in this slot, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been.
Is it about 3 months?
It's a bit longer than that because we started on the 6th of January.
Right, okay.
And
you did? Wow, okay.
Yeah, on the 6th of January. This is episode 85.
Incredible, isn't it? How time can fly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it has been a pleasure, an honor, and a lot of fun. And there have been some amazing moments. We couldn't really do that justice, could we? I don't think. We'd have to be here several hours, I think, sharing some of the high points of what we've done in these last few months. So there's a selection of clips that you've brought for us. Thank you for doing that.
That's okay.
We have clips to share, and we'd love to know what you think. What were your high points? A lot of this, I think, the moment has been being here together, isn't it? You know, that was always a thing for me, is to come together at a certain point, and the ritual of it, just to remind us that it's nice to come and come together, pause.
Yeah.
Co-regulate, you might say.
Co-regulate. What a lovely idea.
A phrase of the moment, doesn't it?
Yeah. Donna Marie saying final.
Didn't get the memo.
Oh, yeah. It's final for now.
You are very loud in my headphones.
Am I?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Final. It's the final one for now. Because we've been doing them Monday to Friday since the 6th of January. And really, we just want to have a sense of that's better, isn't it? I feel a bit. I feel
less claustrophobic.
Yeah, I felt very claustrophobic seeing us so close together.
It's bizarre.
Why did that happen? Because
right. It's like being on a ship. Right. It was because we use this studio for individual productions, don't we? So we zoom in a bit. That's a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, much more comfortable. But no, it's our final just for now, because what we want to do is have a sense of review. I think it's really good to check in and see what's working for some people, what's working for us, and take it from there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we'll be back in a form or two. Who knows?
And it's a kind of with mixed feelings. You know, people say that, then it's a bit of a cliche. It is with mixed emotions that we say we are doing our final show, and it's true, because we love doing this, and we can kind of quite easily do it, can't we? It's really nice and familiar for us to rock up and do this. And we've got so much going on. It's really difficult to prioritize at the moment. And I think we want to, Donna Marie, absolutely. We will be back, and we have to do it in a way. And I think a lot of people are not having to. People are considering how they're organizing their lives at the moment. You know, something's got to give, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's in no way. We get to a point, don't we, where the priorities we're making are among really precious things. And this is definitely one of them. I love doing this show.
And look, Owen's joining us as well. Yeah. Hello, my lovelies. Hello to you, Owen. We love you.
Mate?
Thank you so much for joining us. So what we've done today, to sort of honor, what we've done so far.
Have you stepped in case I get emotional and start crying?
Yeah,
okay,
basically. Thanks. I could see you again a bit moist. We've got like 4 clips. Obviously, there were so many clips, from 85 different episodes, but we've got 4 clips that we'd like to share today. They're short, they're reflective, and I think they really kind of showcase the journey we've all been on together. And the first one I'd like to share is with our good friend.
Before you do, just one more thing, as Columbo used to say at the end of the show. This is the new reality TV.
Yeah.
And January, when we started, you say, I can't remember. If
it was January the 6th.
Pick the date we started. I would.
It was January the 6th. Okay. I know it as a fact. It was January the 6th.
That's a famous date for a number of reasons in our household, obviously. And a lot's changed, I think, since January, isn't it? So that's another thing. Tell us what your favourite moments on the moment are, and what's changed for you, and what you think is changing in the world just since January of this year, which to me seems like I don't know when we started this show. It seems like in a distant mist of time. And I think January, generally speaking, seems like that as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There is a quickening. These are incredible times. So if you want to share and give us a sense of that, that'd be awesome as well.
Yeah, perfect. Owen saying maybe it's time for us to explore Portugal a bit more with the family. That sounds nice.
He's psychic. His psychic capabilities there Absolutely right. We have been doing that, haven't we?
Yeah.
In smaller units, actually.
So anyway, let's bring Sarah on, because I love this. Sarah, she's been on a couple of our shows, and she has this way of being really practical and quite funny with it as well. Yeah, really straight. Our straight talking Canadian friend. Right, let's bring her on.
What's she talking?
I was just going to say, I have a thought on this that I would love to hear what people think. I think that people will say these things to themselves as a way of, if I say it to myself, and then if somebody else says it, I'm ready for it because I'm already telling myself that. So let me just say to myself all the things that anyone could possibly say to me, and that way I won't get hurt.
Oh my goodness. Or preemptive, self-defensive sort of stuff going on.
So everywhere you're saying to yourself what anyone might say to you that's negative.
God, I want to hug myself. Sorry.
Would you be willing to just destroy and uncreate all of that? Just stop that. Stop preparing for something that is not happening.
Yeah.
And also, when what other people do or say to you, it's really something they're showing you where they're functioning from. It doesn't mean anything about you. You're getting information about where they function from. Be a little more digital with this stuff is what I say. Like be just a bit more digital and don't take it all so personally, because it's neither good nor bad nor real nor true. It's just an interesting point of view.
And I love that, Sarah, because you were like anytime we say these things, you could say that's an interesting point of view, that you have that point of view.
And stop walking through your mind with dirty feet.
Oh my word.
And they're your own dirty feet. They're nobody else's.
Oh my God.
Oh, Sarah. Okay. You see, this is what she does. She makes you feel all like, oh, that's brilliant, that is. And then says something like that, like, oh yeah.
Isn't she great? I just love her. Had we forgotten about that?
I'd completely forgotten.
Yeah.
About that. I was also trying to figure out how we were all in the same studio at the same time.
It's because she was sat over there
with a green screen as well. I think. Okay, all right. That was really messing with my mind. We're analog where we could be digital, and we're digital where we could be analog, aren't we? It's such a mixed up world, and I think that comes from thinking the world is reality when in fact it's just the results of everything that's come before it. But to really make things more confusing. I
really like her little poems as well. But I mean, stop walking through your mind with your dirty feet.
Dirty boats.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
so that's
a really good highlight. She came and did that week after week for a little
well, she did I think 2 or 3 episodes, I think.
Yeah, and was delivering bombshell messages of that kind every time.
So who else has been on our show a lot?
Tom has been on our show a lot, hasn't he? He's been the Monday mainstay on The Moment with the Munsons. He loves a bit of alliteration. And we had quite the season with Tom as well, didn't we? Yeah. So
what would you say is the Tom highlight?
Oh, the Fee Fi Fo Fum.
Should we have a look at that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring that on then. Yeah, Sarah's saying it felt super deep.
Yeah, she's connected.
Yeah, it is indeed. Yeah. So mantras are really good because they send an evocation out to the world, either internally said or expressed. So what we can do, the thing that we can do, which has never been done in the history of the cosmos before, is create the Munson mantra. Woohoo! So the first thing we need is, what's the intention behind it? So if you could just have your own mantra and it came with an intention, what would that intention be, lovely Munsons?
Oh, to be free of that which allows the magnificence and expansion that I or we really are.
The dropping away of
a freeing and liberating sound.
Like anything that helps what is trapping us or limiting us to kind of fall to the ground so we can breathe freely.
The absence of limitation.
Yeah. How cool. Well, we're only 4 syllables away from making that happen. So could you Louisa, could you just give me a syllable? So it doesn't have to be an English word, it can be anything, just a single syllable, a noise.
Free.
So how would you spell that?
Free.
And Carl, can you give me a syllable?
I want to say
Doesn't have to
dumb.
be. Doesn't have to be.
Freedom.
No,
Like a what?
ease.
No.
yeah,
Tom
sorry.
asked me. She's giving me the answer. She's whispering me the answers.
I
Tom.
was
So the first thing that came to your mind was Dom. So let's have Dom.
It was like a dom.
Dom. But we'll put that at the end.
Dom, yes, definitely.
Putting the in Dom.
Yes.
Yeah, and now the Om and Dom. And then what we want is from the people in the chat room. So Sarah or Mother Mulberry or
Hi just arrived as you were asking. Hi.
or we could have hi.
Hi.
Come on,
Sarah. Sarah, you're
Right.
really enjoying this. What's
And
Sarah?
we just need one more syllable from the.
Can we allow Now, that also was quite a memory of the moment, wasn't it? That how we occasionally would lose our internet connection.
I think it only happened
Which-
twice.
Did it? And on our final show, for the time being in this format. it
How
happens again.
upsetting.
How are you about that?
Oh, well, I'm
Are you quite stressed?
a little stressed. I
Okay. I
guess
thought you'd have had some good practice this week.
because we had the blackout, didn't we? Which obviously, was a real shame.
You
know,
thought
like,
enough of that this
I
week?
thought enough.
Yeah, we're no, okay. Well,
But we've got Debbie joining us
we
this morning,
have,
which is nice.
Owen's saying his intuition has grown much stronger with watching and listening to your guests. The show has strengthened my awareness of me.
Thank you very much.
That's a
That's
really
lovely.
takeaway there.
Thank you so
Fantastic.
much.
Cheers, Owen. And good morning all from Debbie Kay this morning. Good morning to you, Debbie. We
Hi,
were
Debbie.
just reviewing the previous months of the moment. we lost internet connection.
Yeah.
I was concerned for your stress levels.
Oh, bless you very much.
Yeah.
I was a little bit stressed there behind the scenes,
You were,
wondering,
weren't you?
oh no.
Yes. Okay.
Shall I get the rest of the
do. So we got as far as Tom there with the free high yum dum, and he crashed the show with his free high yum dum mantra.
He kind of did, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
So,
And bless him, because free high yum dum was a pretty cool little technique, wasn't it?
yeah, it was.
So-
T-shirts and baseball caps should be available at some point with free high yum dum.
Do you know what?
Merchant. Have you lost
the funny thing is
Right.
that is exactly what you said during that show.
Really? What merchandise?
Yes.
I think so. And some of
can't
those
find-
action figures.
Can you keep talking while
go
I?
to downloads rather than here? If you've done it fairly recently, won't it?
No,
be
no,
there?
it automatically goes here.
You've got a
So
lot of videos, haven't you?
yes, I have. Can you just
Okay.
keep talking?
I am talking. I'm talking about how many videos you seem to have.
Okay, I
backstage
found
and
it. I
everything.
found it.
All right. Okay. And you need to wind it on a little bit. as well,
Yeah.
okay. Where do you think it was? Where did we get to?
We got to Tom. So we're coming up.
We were going from Tom to Tasha, weren't we?
Yeah. So
that point.
before we go to
Can we play a little
Tasha,
bit more of Tom?
Yeah,
just
sure.
to recap on that, because it all went a bit wonky, didn't it?
yeah.
So let's give that a bit of a play, and then we'll pause it and chat a bit more about Tom.
Okay.
One is from the people in the chat room. So Sarah or Mother Mulberry or
Hi, just arrived as you were asking. Hi.
Or we
Hi.
could have hi.
Hi.
Yeah,
Come on,
hi.
Sarah. Sarah, you're
Right.
really enjoying this. What's
And
Sarah?
we just need one more syllable from the.
Can we allow
yes,
Sarah
yes.
to transmit to us? Come on,
Yeah,
Sarah.
sure.
Yum.
Pass it through.
Look, she's
Sarah.
saying-
Oh,
she's saying
There we
yum.
go.
Yum.
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 Yeah, 'cause there you go. It's absolutely yummy. She already said it.
Right here. So the Munson mantra, you're going to absolutely love this, you guys. Is free high yum. Is free high yum dum.
I can see people walking through the streets saying this when we started.
Free
our
high yum dum. Yeah, free
Um,
high yum dum. There we go.
Free high yum dum.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute, Tasha. We'll come to you.
We'll come to Tasha in a
Deb
minute.
as well. Hi, good to see you, Deb.
So-
we have our two Debs.
That was really cool, wasn't it? I mean, I'd forgotten about that. You know, that we had free high yum dum with Tom before he started doing almost weekly meditation and mantra sessions with us, of teaching us, taking us on a real sort of exploration of thought.
I'm alarmed by how much I've forgotten, quite frankly.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. And I think it says something about the speed at which we're probably all traveling,
Yeah.
and the benefit of reviewing and revisiting things, because what is it, that phrase? The best mirror is an old friend. So you can tell how much you've changed, can't you? If you meet a friend you haven't seen for a while, we definitely change, and I think we're changing quite quickly at the moment. And it's like these shows are a mirror as well, aren't they?
They really are.
I mean, and we were all in different places, of course, literally and metaphorically when they were made. So it's really good to see them again now, because they evoke so much, don't they? I mean, I don't know, it'd be different for everybody, but for me, it's really takes me right back. It's like hearing a song, and it takes me right back to that, pretty much the energy of that. I mean, that's what is happening, isn't it? You're being reminded of an energetic imprint of a previous time, and you can relate to how you are now and how that was then. This is a fascinating process.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
And Deb is saying, I'm going to really miss these mornings,
Yeah,
but we'll see you in the new reality.
We will too. There'll be definitely a moment-shaped hole for a little while, but let's rebuild and regroup. And thank you, Donna Marie, concerned about our stress levels. I think we had to. You had a bit of a persistent cough.
I've still got it, actually.
Yeah,
I was
so-
recording, doing some client work this morning,
Yeah.
and I had to keep stopping because
Did you?
I was coughing through it.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's one of the things that is that made us review whether we wanted to continue at quite the pace we were doing.
Well, and going back to that and making priorities, I think it's very easy to do the easy things, isn't it? And for us, we love doing this, and it's easy for us to do. So we quite easily would add more.
Yeah.
It's stopping doing the difficult things, isn't it? That's the work at the moment, I think, where you know you probably should, but you don't want to. And we had to come to quite a difficult decision really with that.
But like we say, I think we will be back real soon with some sounds.
Yeah, for sure. No, we're working on that.
And I love this from Deb. She's saying, I'm late because I was caught in a beautiful meditation.
It's one of the best excuses I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Kids should be able to take that note from mum to school, shouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry Johnny was late. We were doing a beautiful family meditation together. I'm sure teachers would be fine about that.
Talking of meditation,
yes.
I want to honor Tasha because she's done a lot on our show. She's been with us for quite a few weeks now, and she's done some real amazing stuff, hasn't she? So this was one of her first shows with us, and I just wanted to share this little meditative practice, and I think I'm going to do it alongside her actually. So
yeah, I'll do it as well.
Let's give it a go.
Or listeners, or just anybody who is in receptivity of this transmission, just to find yourself wherever you are. And if you feel comfortable, allow your eyes to maybe close or soften to a gaze in front of you. Not really focusing, but just really allowing yourself to get back into your body. And maybe feeling the weight on your seat. And now as you sit, you might feel your heart beating, or maybe bring your attention to the tip of your nose. And as we come back to our center, I'm going to describe a couple of things that might help you to reintegrate all the pieces of yourself as we have this moment of eternity in experience. So I'd like to invite you to imagine a big bowl up above the top of your head, maybe a golden bowl. And inside of that bowl, golden energy, golden light. Allow this energy to take whatever visualization feels comfortable. It will come to mind. Just trust it. And now, as you take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine this bowl tipping over and falling over the crown of your head, and just allow the warmth of this warm golden light to pour over the crown of your head. And feel it as it slides down your forehead and the back of your head. And let it slide down. You're great. Allow the golden light to slide down the back of your neck. Down the front of your face, sliding over your chin, down your throat, resting on the top of your shoulders. And as that golden light hits your shoulders, allow it just to settle and pull the shoulders away from the ears.
Mm-hmm.
On your next inhale, go ahead and hold that golden light on your shoulders, and exhale as it slides down your arms, down your chest, down your abdomen, down your forearms, and into your hands. And see if you can feel your arms golden, radiant. Now bring your focus to the bowl of your belly and allow that golden light just to pool up. You are safe. You are sovereign. You are whole, and you are perfect. On your next inhale, up, up, up. As you exhale, allow that golden light to spill out of your tummy and over your thighs, rounding your knees, through your shins, your calves, and out the floor. And just for another moment, see if you can feel your entire body in totality, golden, radiant. Allow yourself to feel the essence of love, because that is who you are. Now I'm going to keep us here, and I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, feel free to open your eyes and come back to this present moment.
Wow.
I was gone. I am gone. Golden bowl. I feel like a drooling Homer Simpson.
I absolutely love
light.
that. And
Wow.
Deb is saying we all love Tasha.
Yeah, she was.
She's
I had not met her
spectacular, isn't she?
until you brought her onto the show, and she's an extraordinary woman, and
Yeah.
Something's happening for her, isn't it, in front of our eyes? I think she would acknowledge that, wouldn't she? There's something incredible going on for her in her life at the moment.
Definitely.
With her healing and transformational capabilities. And if you can become a Facebook friend of hers, do, because she posts up these extraordinary little segments, doesn't she? I mean, like nice little vignettes of her life, but also what's going on for her in a healing and transformational point of view as well. She is fire, that woman.
She's remarkable, isn't she?
Yeah.
And Debs is saying, wow, I feel, oh no, that's Owen.
Yeah,
wow, I feel like the
absolutely.
ready
Yes,
bread
that's a UK commercial where
Yeah.
the kid had some like porridge sort of stuff for breakfast and he'd be glowing for the rest of the day.
Yeah. And Debs is saying, I was golden.
Yeah, blimey.
And Deb is saying, do I have to come back?
I
you
wasn't
don't.
going.
You don't.
I only did because I'm running, co-hosting a show here. Yeah, amazing. Oh, we've only got 5 minutes left. Where did all that
That
what
when?
happened? It's another
Should we-
demonstration of how quickly the time passes.
Should we see if we can get
Yes,
Joe
definitely,
Delaney? Because this next
definitely.
one is going to send you off the edge, I think.
Okay,
All of us. I
excellent.
think this would be a
Let's
really
do
good
it,
one.
let's do it.
Let's add him. And
Come on, Joe. Where are you, mate?
come on.
As I do something
Here
called
we go.
cradling the sacred child. You
Oh,
know, so
that
you-
sounds
you-
lovely.
You put one hand on your heart and one hand on your tummy or your solar plexus, and you like snuggle this child in, you know. And when I do this with people, sometimes it brings up real big emotions, you know, because essentially this is about restoring our focus on self-care first and foremost. So it's to put your hand on your heart, just relax your eyes, let them go all googly. You know, relax your nose, just imagine that your brain's just softening. Most importantly, become aware of your jaw and the root of your tongue, you know. And the most important thing is, this is what I do. This is an introduction to mindful breathing, is just breathe in and out through your nose. That's the one. It's not in through your nose and out through your mouth. This is in and out through the nose. And I'll explain that in a second. So it goes like this. From the heart, you just imagine that you're breathing a nice, warm, gentle, comforting feeling from your heart. So it goes in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. All the way in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. So on the in-breath, you imagine there's a big cleansing energy coming in. You can make it golden, you can make it whatever you like. But as it comes in that stop, it collects all the gunge. And as you breathe out through your nose, you're just absolutely just letting all that crap, all that gunge out. Right. And if you practice that, I swear to you, if you make that a priority and you practice that for 3 10-minute sessions a day, the way to enhance this, and this is where the lightheartedness comes in, this is called cultivating an inner smile.
Yes.
If you put a positive emotion on the feeling as well, it creates more space. Science has shown, neuroscience has shown that in this process, which is called heart rate coherence, we produce something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. And what that is it's the soup for the development of new neural pathways. So as you breathe,
the soil, not the seeds.
Soil, it's developing the soil. So the soil's there. The seed is the positive feeling, right? That actually bypasses the old negative emotional reactive habits.
Yeah.
And it kicks them out. The thing about the negative emotional stuff is, the more energy you give to it, the more it gets strong. You know that one. So the idea is, like Buckminster Fuller would say, he said, there's no point in fighting against what's already gone. The thing to do is create something beautiful and new from now.
Yeah.
You know, and give it no attention, pay no attention to it, just go forward.
That Bucky Fuller, he was quite the guy, wasn't he? Wow. How
I really love that, Joe, because that would be very easy for us to do
and teach children.
And that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We could teach our children to do that. And you know, like, I need to cut him off because we haven't got much time left to say goodbye to everyone. And how are you all feeling?
What a way to finish, right?
I know.
It's like a really good low note.
Yeah.
it's not a high note. It's like a super low vibe, chill note.
I know. So we haven't got
my
long.
goodness.
So let's say goodbye to everyone.
Cheers.
Owen is saying, love this
Deb
guy.
K, Owen,
Goodbye.
and Donna Marie. Sorry
Yes.
about that, but yeah, absolutely great guest there. All right. Thank you so much for being with us on the journey so far, and we'll pick it up again. We'll catch you on our train at another stop soon. All right. We'll go off on
Yes.
another journey together. Take care. Bye for now.
All right. Lots of love.
Ciao.
Bye.